there. I'm Caitlin O'Keefe, asteroid miner from Planetary Resources, and usually when I tell people that, they walk away in confusion, but it would be very rude for you to walk away today, so you get to hear why I think asteroids are the most valuable resources in our solar system, and why I'm actually an asteroid miner. So in Seattle here today, we live pretty amazing lives. If everyone in the entire world lived the quality of lives we live here today, we would need 5 more Earths worth of resources, land, food, and water to make that happen. And if you remember from your history books, since the beginning of time, new frontiers have all been explored because of these resources. Columbus came to the Americas, and the gold rush settled and built a huge economy in the West. But on Earth today, we are literally bursting at the seams. We are running out of new frontiers to explore and expand to. So what is the next logical frontier? I bet you can guess what I'm going to say. It's space. And in space, we have these wonderful gifts from the universe called asteroids that are the key to the prosperity of our future and our children and their children. But asteroids kind of are known, as Monica said, as, kind of threats to our globe. And like Bruce Willis did in the movie Armageddon, he saved Earth from a killer asteroid. But as our founder so eloquently says, Peter Diamandis, or our co-founder, we really see the promise and the peril of asteroids. So we realize that they are a great threat, but we also see that they are the key to unlocking our future. And we just need to access them in the solar system. So Planetary Resources is trying to do this here today in Redmond, Washington. Because we wouldn't even have an Earth to stand on today if it weren't for asteroids impacting our Earth and bringing some of these resources here to us today that we know and value for us to live, survive, eat, and also create commerce, food, and economies. But resources on Earth are really hard to get to because they have been pulled into our Earth's crust by our Earth's gravity. So over time, we've had to develop technology to access these resources. But asteroids are no different. They contain these valuable resources, and this is an asteroid in my hand, and I could actually melt this and create refinery-grade steel, and there's millions of these in space. So knowing kind of a little bit about what they're made of, you might be able to think of on Earth what their value might be. We know what a bottle of water costs at the store. We know what a platinum diamond ring costs for those of you who are married. But you might be asking, why are they valuable in space? Well, we're going after an asteroid that has more platinum on it than has ever been mined off Earth today. It's worth $300 billion. But that's not even the most valuable resource out there. The one we're going after first is water. Why? Water creates rocket fuel. All 135 shuttle missions were flying with a water cocktail. That's what got them into space. So if we could access fuels from asteroids, we could literally change the game and open up the solar system. Because it costs so much money to get anything into space because of the fuel you need to get out of gravity, or Earth's gravity well. This bottle of water costs $20,000 to get to the International Space Station to our astronauts. But the same amount of fuel that gets this into space could get you from the International Space Station 200 miles above our head all the way to Pluto. So imagine if you could refuel from asteroid-sourced rocket fuel in space. We're talking about a game changer here. You're on the space shuttle, you launch from Earth, you're out of fuel once you get to low Earth orbit, you refuel that big orange tank, and that allows you to go all the way to Pluto or putt around the entire solar system. So the value will be enormous, and it's literally going to create one of the biggest economies you could ever imagine on Earth, and we're not the only people who believe this. I'm sure you guys all know who Neil is, NGT. So what are we doing about this? Well, Planetary Resources in Redmond is building right now robotic spacecraft that are going to go find and mine these resources in space. And we're basically doing what humanity's been doing since the beginning of time, just creating the technology that will allow us to access resources in that new frontier. And that technology that we create will also help us with the peril of asteroids by detecting ones that could be a threat to us along the way. So Bruce Willis can still fulfill his mission of saving Earth with our asteroid technology, but I tell you, if I was on that asteroid with him today, I'd tell him to put down the nuke, and let's help make him the world's first trillionaire, because asteroids are our friends, and they're going to open up the biggest economy imaginable for humanity's prosperity. Thank you very much.